Hello, welcome to another episode of ChristiTutionalist Podcast. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard. That's L-E-N-A-R-D. It looks French. It's not. It's Leonard without an O. Thank you for tuning in. As Graham Norton used to say on his show, let's get on with the show. This is a cheat segment. I am recording this as a lead-in to a standard Saturday show that is going to now air through the audio platforms, 25 plus, of ChristiTutionalist Podcasts. What was formerly a CTP video exclusive that I feel needs to go out as a regular show. So bear that in mind when recorded. It was a video exclusive. The dates, it could be from a month ago. It could be from a couple months ago. Bear that in mind when you hear things regarding time frames. It may be from a while ago. Particular references may be a little dated. And this segment of cheat, right? I'm recording it. I'll be using it with several video exclusives turned Saturday episodes. Without further ado, let's get on with the show! Hello, welcome to another episode of ChristiTutionalist Podcast. I am your host, Joseph M. Leonard. That's L-E-N-A-R-D. It looks French. It's not. It's Leonard without an O. Thank you for tuning in. As Graham Norton used to say on his show, let's get on with the show! Welcome to Wednesday, June the 3rd, June video exclusive 1. First video exclusive for the month of June 2026. I better throw the year in there. I really should be putting verbally the dates in here so when people listen back in the future, they know the record date or the air date but okay, whatever. Let's address the telefrico in the room. Yeah, the commie fasci sociocrat candidate for Senate in Texas. Okay, but first, my shirt. I support putting animal abusers to sleep. Yes, hyperbolic to make a point. At the same time, you anti-Semites, the Old Testament, the Torah, is there as part of our Bible. Jesus did not erase it. Matthew 5:17, I came to fulfill the prophecies, not erase or supplant or erase the Torah, which is our Old Testament. The death penalty is still very biblical. An eye for an eye is still valid after turn the other cheek. Jesus never said, always be a sucker, always allow yourself to be abused. Evil must be confronted. And heavenly justice is different than worldly justice. So the death penalty still applies, and no, thou who sheds man's blood shall have thou blood sheddeth by man. So does that extend to animal abusers? Well, the scripture certainly doesn't say it, but again, the shirt's being hyperbolic. Telefrico. Is God non-binary? Now, believe it or not, that's probably the least offensive thing this freak, this Matthew 23 viper, snake, blind guy has twisted in the scriptures. So let's address it. Is God non-binary? Well, one, God the Father. That's very binary. Jesus, the Son of God. Very binary, but okay, let's give let's give grace. Let's give the benefit of the doubt. The one statement alone, God as non-binary, God as above human sexuality. Okay. Now, if he were to say it is God the Father, but God is above human sexuality, okay. Yay! But that's not what Telefrico says. And he supports the bazillion mental disorder supposed choice genders. That's where so his attempts to backpedal now, oh, by non-binary, I mean that there is XX and XY, and there are abnormalities. And yes, there are mutations and abnormalities. I've addressed that. We've talked about it, but that's not what you're saying. Of course, he wants to say Telefrico says one thing to one crowd when he's pandering to the rainbow alphabet mafia morons. Oh, all trans men and women's sports. He's all for men beating up women in sports. In the case of boxing and wrestling, literally men beating on women in women's sports. So spare us the BS attempt to backpedal Telefrico. We know in context of all the other scriptural distortions you try to peddle, this isn't a one-off that we could just say, okay, yeah, I can get what he was saying. And he just articulated it poorly. Well, he's not a thinker. That's the problem. He never articulates. Well, no, let me scratch that. I was going to say he never articulates anything well. No, he does. He articulates it exactly how he wants to pander to what particular audience he wants to pander to. We don't play these games here. But of course, the commie-fascist sociocrats always have to play the identity politics and other Alinsky tactic games, projection and deflection, distraction, distortion, denial, delusion. One audience, he articulates something. Another audience, he'll articulate the exact opposite because he's a two-faced liar. He doesn't have any values or principles, but power. Like all commie-fascist sociocrats, only thing matters, lie, cheat, steal, way into power, and then hold that power by any means necessary. That's what's going on here. So no, Telefrico, we don't give you grace on this because you said what you meant what you said, you were pandering to the rainbow alphabet mafia, and we're not going to play that here. So, to recap, to keep this short, is God non-binary? You can say God the Father is above human sexuality. That's a perfectly laudable and, if you didn't hear me clapping, yes, I'm clapping. It's applaudable. Yes, absolutely wonderful. So in a way, thank you, Telefrico, for bringing that up. But thank you, Telefrico, for exposing your duplicitous leftist idiocy in the process. You could have framed it as I did and met praise, but you can't do that. You've got to do it in pandering leftist, cultist, death cult set of stance. Matthew 23, vipers, snakes, false guides, blind guides, twisted scriptures. You may as well be quoting from the book of Satan, because that's what you really follow. No need to go into any of the other things Telefrico said. I already touched on a couple, but so, and he thinks that can represent Texas values? Maybe California values, that would fit. Maybe the commie-fascist sociocrats, big city New York City and Albany that tries to force its will onto the entire state of New York, it would represent. A few other deep blue states perhaps, but not purplish Texas. Yes, I call it purple. Reddish purple most of the time, but again, check in the back catalog, you'll find Texas legislature. I did a thing, I'll touch on it shortly, and then end. There are rhinos, right? Republicans in the, oh, I said right again, apologies. I'm trying to break that habit. Republicans in name only. But not all rhinos are the same. There are rhinos, which are actual Republicans, liberal Republicans, but they're Republican at least some of the time. But in Texas, literally, it's why Ken Paxton was attempted to be impeached. How could Ken Paxton, the Republican Attorney General of Texas, be impeached by the Republican, quote, air quotes, Republican legislature? Here's why. Because the Texas House isn't a majority Republicans. It's rhinos of both flavors. Liberal Republicans who are actual, and in many seats, Democrats who know there's zero chance of getting elected to the Texas legislature as a Democrat, so they run as a Republican. They are literally at that point a Republican in name only, and they know turnout in a primary is so low, they can get their Democrat friends to get them elected in the Republican primary, and in November, people just pull the elephant lever and they get elected. So the Texas Legislative House is really kind of controlled by Democrats. So that's why I call Texas a purple state. The devil is in the details. One last thought. Okay, I gotta go. One last thought. The devil is in the details. They got it. Look at the details. Go to my tinyurl.com/JLD on Suno and look up my TLDR song. Too long, didn't read. The devil is in the details. You gotta read the bleeping details. They matter. Not just in another song at Suno, tinyurl.com/JLD on Suno. Clickbait everywhere. Not just the clickbait headline. The whole factual story matters. And there's more to real journalism than just reporting what somebody says. That's not journalism. That's propaganda peddling. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Oh, I think I will edit this. I will tack on TLDR and false narratives, the country version of Clickbait Everywhere, which is a rock song. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. Love you all.
That's our TLDR. Yeah. Yeah. Scrolling fast, attention gone in seconds flat. TikTok brain, Twitter span, can't handle that. Headline screen, but the truth is buried deep. 10 paragraphs down where the lazy never reach. They say TLDR like it's some kind of flex. Too stupid to read, too lazy to check. Details matter, context matters, facts don't lie. But you'd rather stay ignorant, wonder why. TLDR. Too long didn't read. You skip the truth and swallow the spin they feed. TLDR. Too lazy to see, now you're lost in delusion. But that's on you, not me. I ain't here to spoon feed the choir. I'm here where the lazy heart setting shit on fire. Details matter, context matters, history too. If you gloss over it all, that's on you. I coined it myself. Twitter, TikTok, attention span. Now even I catch myself saying, damn, this is long, man. But I push through cause I know the devil's in the details. You skip them and you end up believing all the fake headlines. I shorten chapters in my books, cut the story lean, cause 99% won't read if it ain't short and clean. Even wrote a whole CTP episode back in December 2025. Called it TLDR, and here we are, still barely alive. TLDR. Too long didn't read. You skipped the truth and swallowed the spin they feed. TLDR. Too lazy to see, now you're lost in delusion. But that's on you, not me. I ain't here to spoon feed the choir. I'm here where the lazy hot setting shit on fire. Details matter, context matters, legalities too. If you gloss over the TOS language, that's on you. Mass hoes. Mass hoes. Masses of the asses, clueless and proud, falling for the dumb and down, screaming loud. Fake news buries facts 10 paragraphs deep, while you're swiping up thinking you're informed but you're asleep. You want the bullet points, the 15-second clip, but reality don't come in convenient little scripts. Trust but verify, Reagan tried to teach, but you rather stay dumb than practice what you preach. This ain't hate, this is tough love, straight no chaser. I made the song to be the mirror, not the eraser. Even this episode I kept short on purpose, so you have no excuse, but still some won't surface. Details matter, facts matter, context ties it tight. Skip them at your own risk. Stay lost in the night, from software terms to border fights to welfare lies. If you won't redefine, print, enjoy the surprise. Too long didn't read. You skipped the truth and swallowed every lie they feed. TLDR. Too lazy to see, reality over delusion, that's the key. I ain't here just for the choir. I'm here where the hurt and the lazy hide. Details matter, every single line. If you won't read or listen, then stay blind. Yeah, TLDR. Too long didn't read, but this song's over now. Still too long for some of y'all, I bet. CTP, December 2025. TLDR episode, called it first. Now it's a song, cause the crisis only got worse. And like clickbait everywhere, tune outlines. Observe, take the time. Absurd, choose reality over delusion. Details matter, read the damn thing.
Flash on the screen, a red font, big screen. Another cheap thrill for an empty social media feed. Quote in a box, clipped from a stream. Cut out the doubts, sell them a dream. I want more than a headline. Give me names, give me dates, give me time. Tell me who, tell me how, tell me why. Facts matter, details matter. Draw the line between reality and the lie. Reality over delusion. Facts over spin narratives. Stop adding to the confusion. Clickbait everywhere, headlines often deceiving. Facts matter, details matter, context matters, reality and truth matters. History matters more to real journalism than just transcribing what someone claims. Need get beyond today's Twitter attention spans. Crowd in a frame, look, they all agree, but you trimmed every word that didn't fit the meme. History's a map, not a mood today. You can't bend every road just to win the page. I to win. Stop just typing what they claim. Ask the question, name the game. Context cuts through the confusion. Cold light through the delusion. Clickbait everywhere, headlines off deceiving. Facts matter, details matter, context matters. Reality versus delusions. History matters more to real journalism than just transcribing someone's claim. I want more than a headline. Give me names, give me dates, give me time. Tell me who, tell me how, tell me why. Facts matter, details matter. Write it clear, make the story match the sky. Write it clear, make the story match the sky. Detail the real who, what, where, when, and why. Speak well, like this plea. The truth has gotta matter for both you and me.
Only thing necessary for evil prevail. What they say, good peoples do nothing, doing nothing. The state with most today. The world keeps turning, a dark, strange place. Good folks are yearning for a saving grace. The ship has sailed, they say, on a troubled tide. But what do you do today with nowhere to hide? Questions I've been asking in all my writings. What's your move? Just what about is it you're willing to try to do? Evil prevails when good just sleeps. Light sometimes fails while the darkness creeps. What are you doing now? Tell me, how will you take a bow for all to see? The news, it screams a broken sound, lost in bad dreams on hallowed ground. They say it's all lost cause, a losing fight. But what about your applause for what is right? Only thing it takes for shadow to prevail is a crowd of quiet hearts scroll and sigh, then turn away. Say this world is torn apart. We just watch it fade. On this fallen ground we're standing, still afraid to wait. So what are you doing at you, yeah, in the mirror, in the silence, you already know what's true. If you're breathing, you're required to answer with your life. Every minute that you're given takes a side.
Welcome to the states of confusion. U.S. of A., united we sit, where once we used to stand, are playing different tunes, no longer the same band. Ho! Woke up in Massachusetts, land of the free and the tax. Harvard elite sipping lattes, telling us how we should act. From Boston to Cambridge, it's all mass hysteria, protests in the streets while they're counting their hysteria, yelling about tolerance, but cancel you quick if you disagree. Welcome to the People's Republic of do as I say, not as we. We're living in the states of confusion, coast to coast it's the same. Red states, blue states, everybody playing the blame game. From sea to shining sea, it's one big comedy. States of confusion. Lord have mercy on me. Drive through Missouri, show me state, turn state of misery. Gateway Arch standing tall over meth labs and barbecue misery. Kansas City steaks, but the heartland's feeling the squeeze. Fly over country getting forgotten, while the coasts do as they please. Show me the money, show me the job, show me where the hope went. Cause right now Missouri's just one long state of misery lament. Then there's California, sorry I mean California dream, where the stars all glitter and the taxes make you scream. Silicon Valley billionaires preaching save the planet from their jets, while homeless tents line the sidewalks and the middle class just forgets. Legal weed in the morning, illegal everything by night. California, where the sun shines bright, but the future ain't right. Now back to my own backyard, the great Michigan. Once Motor City muscle, now rust and regret on the brain. Detroit went bankrupt, but the taxes still keep on rising. Politicians promise jobs while the factories keep on closing. Great Lakes to glisten, but the economy's in the tank. Michigan, yeah, we're trying real hard, but we just keep falling back. And don't get me started on Illinois, the state of Illinois. Chicago, corruption running deep like that deep dish void. Politicians grinning while the taxes keep on rising high. Windy City blowing smoke, making honest folks wanna cry. Springfield to the suburbs, everybody's getting fleeced. Illinois is hell, yeah. This state's a straight up beast. Now we hit Texas, Lone Star, state of Texas pride. Oil barons riding high while the grid fries nationwide. Austin weirdos dancing with cowboys in the heat. Border talking ballots can't keep the chaos off repeat. Big trucks, bigger hats, and politics that bite. Texas, yeehaw, freedom, but the power's out tonight. We're living in the states of confusion, from mass hysteria to California shore. State of misery in the middle, make a gain, and in Illinois forevermore. Red, blue, purple, we're all confused as can be. States of confusion, but it's still the land of the free. Lord have mercy. States of confusion, yeah, that's now status of the people we.
like, and subscribe to ChristiTutionalist Politics podcast and share episodes. We need your help. Thank you for having tuned into another ChristiTutionalist podcast show. I really appreciate that you stopped by. Again, please like, share, subscribe. We need you to help spread the ChristiTutionalist movement. Thank you again. Take care. God bless. Love you all. Like and subscribe to ChristiTutionalist Politics podcast and share episodes. We need your help. Thank you for having tuned into another ChristiTutionalist podcast show. I really appreciate that you stopped by. Again, please like, share, subscribe. We need you to help spread the ChristiTutionalist movement. Thank you again. Take care. God bless. Love you all.